Hello guys, it is that Panda Guy, and I'm here again with another video, and today we're going to be talking a bit about how to efficiently lose troops, right? And this can work on field fighting as well as maybe like swarms, right? And I've seen this happen a lot, and it happens especially with whales, right? And it's something that, I feel like I should just do a quick video on to hopefully correct some people's mistakes, right? So I'm going to use this zombie as a big example here. So if I attack this zombie, as you see, there are both health bars on each one. And as one health bar gets lower, lower, let's say it gets down to half, that means 50% of your troops that originally went into battle are actually still in battle, right? Still in commission, and that's either like lightly wounded or that's heavily wounded, but either way, those troops do not count in the battle. But let's say I'm coming to this tower to swarm it, and there's a bunch of troops inside of it, and I swarm it. Well, my marches get halfway, right? Do I keep swarming and try to hope that I end up breaking the tower, or do I recall my marches? And the answer to that is you recall your marches. You don't want to still be here swarming this tower, right? When your marches are especially under halfway. And I recommend this a lot when your marches hit maybe like halfway or even yellow, that you refresh your marches and keep doing this, because this minimizes how many troops you're losing. Plus, it makes your traits even better on the tower, because I use this analogy a lot. But if you have 3 million troops versus like 3 million troops, right? And let's say all your stats are the exact same. Well, those 3 million troops are trading equally as well against those 3 million troops. And obviously, this is applied a bit differently as swarmers, since you are taking counter damage by doing swarms, right? Like most, and when I say counter damage, I assume that you have like a rally taking the main brunt of the damage. But as swarmers, let's say you're only taking counter damage, that is a bit different, but even then that still applies, right? Like if I'm down to 200k troops, I'm trading vastly worse than when I had 300k troops. If I'm down to 100k troops, I'm trading vastly worse than when I had 200k troops or 300k troops. And then when I'm down to 10,000 troops, I'm trading extremely bad, and that's why you want to refresh these marches once you start getting low enough. You know what I mean? So you gotta be very vigilant when kind of swarming stuff, and don't just go swarming to zero. The same can be applied in field fights, right? You're going to be trading worse. Plus, when you're getting targeted, you're obviously going to be melting a lot faster. So you should actually really mind or be mindful of the fact that your marches are getting low. So once one gets really low, maybe you're recalling that and then you send it back out after you refresh it. Or if it's just getting aggroed, pull it back, let it go home, and just kind of let that thing refresh. I thought that was kind of something I really should talk about. Another thing I actually noticed was, and I don't have a tank right now, but imagine this march right here is Peterson's, right? Imagine this one is one of my my range march or my rider march, as it is a rider march right now. But riders in range are generally more perceptible to damage, right? And you want to always target infantry last in the field. This is like in big field fights. But let's say I'm about to swarm a tower. Let's say I'm about to swarm a base. And when I say this, we don't have a rally. We have nothing, but I need to make sure that I'm tanking this, because people don't understand how insanely good damage is. I've seen some people maybe just attack, like if I wanted to attack this tower, boom, I click on it, right? I just walk there. Well, my rider march is faster than the others, and that one's going to hit first, right? That rider march is taking the main majority of the damage. It's going to be taking the basic damage. Like if you look at this, right, almost every hero has like target damage, and even if it doesn't, they still have basic damage that like generally targets the main hero hitting them, right? So in general, that main hero that's hitting is going to be taking the main majority of the damage, while the ones swarming it from other angles are going to be taking counter damage, meaning that they're usually not taking the like a lot of damage, right, compared to the main march. Which, I mean, unless there's someone like Lewis who has like a AoE type skill, you're not going to be getting hit with skill damage like that. The point of that was just to say, like, make sure you have a tank march, right? Like, I use Peterson and such because it heals a lot more, meaning that my march is like higher health more throughout the battle than like my Bella might be throughout the battle. Not only that, it is an infantry march, and infantry is just generally more tanky, meaning that it lasts longer. It's just going to stay in battle longer, and it's going to be doing better as a tanking role. Also, make sure if you are rallying that you're waiting for the rally to hit before you start swarming. I've seen this happen so many times where people just start swarming and then like a rally hits. Like, you don't want to be tanking when you have a whole rally that could be tanking the main damage, and then you're just putting in a ton of work from the sides and you're able to melt this tower. You know what I mean? I feel like these are simple things people can make adjustments for, but these are very vital at making sure you're able to trade as good as possible And I do hope this video helped, you know. I wanted to do a quick video on this. I wanted to just talk about it. I felt like this was something that I've seen so much happen, so many mistakes about. And yeah, I don't really think there's much for me to talk about in any regard for that, you know, besides maybe like who to focus on the field. And I'm probably just going to do a separate video for that, talking about that. But yeah, I do appreciate you guys as always for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy, you know what I mean? And yeah, you guys have a great day or night though, and I will see you guys in the next video, and that is it. Peace out.